Hi, I'm Dorinda. Welcome to my channel, PrimordialDor Tarot. I'm here to do a Taurus reading today for November the 29th to December the 4th, 2025. I'm using the Thoth Tarot deck, and I'm going to do 15 cards and an animal card at the end to tie it all together. At this time, I'd appreciate it if you could hit the like and subscribe. Costs you nothing to subscribe, and it helps me build this channel, and I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, for Taurus. I'm gonna cut the deck, okay? Calling upon the universe. Can I have some messages for Taurus? What does Taurus need to hear today? What does Taurus need to hear today? All right. All right, Taurus, bottom of the deck's the overall. Bottom of the deck, we have a Sun in Gemini, 10 of Swords. All right, Taurus, this is a 10 card indicating that some timeline in your life is coming to an end. Could be where you live, could be where you work, living situation with other people, a romantic situation. Something's coming to an end. And in this Thoth deck, it is called Ruin. Okay. And I describe that as a tamping down of creative abilities, okay? Like you have creative abilities, everybody does. And due to circumstances or wherever you're living or whatever, you can't do your creativity. Like if you were a musician and you had to move to a small apartment, you know, when your piano's in storage, you know, you can't play your music because the apartment's too small. You know, you got to get out of that and get to where you can do it. Or, you know, you're an artist, you have nowhere to paint. You're a photographer, you have nowhere to do your work. So it's a tamping down of creativity. So this is coming to an end in your life now, Taurus. All right, 3 cards for your present situation. Middle card, Taurus. We have 7 of Cups. We have the 7 of Cups, okay? So this is a lot of choices, a lot of possibilities. Actually, anything can happen. In this deck, however, called the Thoth deck, this card is called Debauchery. Debauchery. Like there's some people don't have your best interests at heart, Taurus. This is your present situation. And you're in a situation that's coming to an end, that's keeping you tamped down in the creative department, and there's some people around, they're not helping you, let's just put it that way. They're not your friends. They may pretend to be your friends, but they're not. All right, Taurus. Hopefully that's the situation coming to an end for you. Card to the left, we have Major Arcana. We have the Hierophant card. All right. So this is getting downloads from above, transmissions from above. You know, and maybe you're taking a course or something. This is about knowledge, discipline, study, mentorship, things like that. Maybe you're taking a course and trying to bump up your skills at work or something like that. Maybe, right? Maybe some people are jealous because you're getting better, right? Or you're just learning a whole new skill or something, because this is, you know, you've got the ability to focus and stay focused and do that work and study. And maybe you're mentoring somebody or somebody's mentoring you. It's about learning and advancing your knowledge. And then, you know, meditate so your mind's clear in that, so you can get the messages from above that the universe is trying to send your way, Taurus. Okay, so, you know, keep focused. Don't let people pull you off your course. Card to the right, we have the 7 of Wands. Virtue. All right, so this means, you know, you can get it done on your own, Taurus. You know, you have the ability to get it done on your own. You don't really need help. It's nice to have help, but if you don't, you're just fine with that. And, you know, you're kind of standing your ground. You're standing your ground. But I think that's a good thing. I think that's a good thing, Taurus. You're standing your ground, because I think somebody wants to disrupt your work or disrupt you in some way. All right, Taurus, you just stand your ground. All right, steps towards the future. Middle card, you have the Eight of Swords. Interference, it's called in this deck. So there'll be delays, setbacks, you know, the plane will be late, the thing won't come in the mail, the person doesn't text back, things like that, delays. Or it could be that you put yourself on a little bit of a timeout. Maybe you need a little bit of a timeout to sort things out, and you've taken a step back on your own, a self-imposed delay. Okay, Taurus, and if you're doing that, that's fine. When you're ready, then you'll move forward. All right, Taurus. Card to the left, we have the Queen of Discs. Okay, she's about material resources and wealth, that disc energy, okay? And she's a builder. She wants to build an enterprise. She has built her enterprise up in the mountains, and it's about you taking on this energy and you building something that grows, expands, and continues to bring in the revenue. All right, and she's done it, and she did it all on instinct and intuition and a lot of hard work. And this is a beautiful queen. She creates a beautiful home with beautiful food cooking, good people around, nice surroundings, very inviting and comfortable. But it's about having that income, that stability, that revenue coming in on a regular basis. That's what she wants. So if you take on some of that, you know, you want to build something. Maybe that's what you're doing, you know, learning something new or bumping up your skills of what you already do, you know, so you can get building. And, you know, there'll be some delays. Card to the right, we have Major Arcana. We have the Fortune card, otherwise known as the Wheel of Fortune. So this wheel constantly turns. You're never stuck at the bottom. And it's your turn, Taurus, to climb to the top of that wheel and keep your eyes on those stars. All right, so this is good luck, good fortune, a big win, triumph. You know, this is the big one, the big lucky one. Anything can happen, Taurus. All right, anything can happen. Great big win. All right, Taurus, that'll just give them more reason to be jealous of you. All right, Taurus. Top left-hand corner is what's helping and hindering you. Middle card, we have the Knight of Wands. All right, he comes in very fast-moving energy, very quick, direct, okay? He's hot, he's fiery, he's looking for his queen, and he's looking to build an establishment, okay? And, you know, he's determined, decisive, and he will not be denied. So this is a help to you if you take on some of this energy, along with that Queen of Discs, and you want to build something. He's going to do it quicker. He's going to do it quicker, this guy. He's coming in fast. All right, Taurus, so that's a help to you. Card to the left, we have the Prince of Swords. Okay, he rules communication and speaking. That's all that sword energy. All right, and messages coming in. All right, so I think he's indicating that you might have some messages coming in, important messages. So be on the lookout for that. He'll also give you the right words to say at the right time, in the perfect way. If you have to say anything to anybody, this Prince of Swords will give you the perfect words to say. Perfect comeback. All right, Taurus, so that's a help. All right, card to the right, we have another Major Arcana. We have the Hanged Man, Taurus. Okay, so this is about surrendering, all right, and taking a step back, getting a new perspective, all right? It's like you got to let go a little bit. You got to let go a little bit. You see all this water? Let's go with the flow. Just, you know, give up any resistance that you have against anything. Just give it up. Take a step back and relax and go with the flow. Just surrender, and you get a new perspective on this whole thing. All right, Taurus, that's a help. It's all help. All right, what's in your mind and psyche, Taurus? Middle card. Middle card, we have Jupiter and Libra, 4 swords, and it's called truce. All right, Taurus, so if there's been any fighting or squabbling or anything like that, maybe with these people here in your present situation, you've negotiated a truce by your words. You know, you've talked them into a truce, which is nice. A little break from the squabbling. And this is middle of your mind, so it gives you refuge from mental chaos. And you did it yourself. You got that truce happening. All right, Taurus, so you're getting a little rest in your mind, and this card indicates that you need to give your body a rest as well. Time to take a break, Taurus, and give yourself a rest. All right, you know it, it's center of your mind. All right, Taurus, card to the left, we have the Eight of Cups. All right, the Eight of Cups is about walking away from things that no longer belong in your life, Taurus. All right, so that's these people, these debauchery people, okay? Somewhere, they're at work, they're at home, they're somewhere around you where you go to work out or something. There's people talking. So it's time to walk away from these people and situations like that, submitting to circumstance. Like, you know, maybe you're at work and they're talking behind your back and you don't like the job anyway, things like that. It's time to walk away. It could be a romantic situation, you know, that's not working, and you know it's not going to work. So, you know, you got to get yourself out of that situation, or whatever situation is not working for you in your life. You know, it's time to walk away. And this is in your mind. You know it, Taurus. All right, Taurus, card to the right, we have the Prince of Cups, another prince. All right, this one's all about love, this one here. Okay, and he's looking for his princess. He's bringing in that cup of love. All right, and you're thinking about, this is in your mind. You got a little bit of thoughts about love in your mind. You know, maybe if you don't have any love in your life, you'd like to get some in your life. Okay, Taurus? And this prince, he's here to remind you that, you know, you might have thought patterns and belief systems holding you back from love. Could be belief systems you learned growing up as a child, you know, taught to you by your parents, and, you know, it didn't work for them. And it maybe not working for you either, that pattern. So you can change it, you can break it. Belief's only a thought you've been thinking, and you can change the thought you're thinking, Taurus. And change those belief systems so that you can attract in the perfect love for you. All right, Taurus, your karma and your destiny. All right, middle card, we have the Prince of Discs. Okay, you know, similar to the Queen of Discs, this is a building energy. Okay, you got the Prince and the Queen. This is, you know, about building that enterprise to bring in that money. And, you know, this is a slow-moving energy he is, right? Very slow-moving, but he gets it done. And this is a young person with new ideas. He wants to put a business together. He's like the manager guy, put it all together and run it. New innovative ideas. He doesn't want to do it the way anybody else has ever done it. So, you know, maybe you're taking on his energy, and, you know, this is about building something. And maybe you are studying and learning a whole new thing. That's what I'm thinking here. You know, taking a course, bumping up your skills. You want to build something that's going to last a long time and bring that money in for a long time. Stability, security. All right, Taurus, and you're willing to do the work. You are focused. You have the ability to focus and get this done. All right, Taurus, this is great energy. You know, and people trying to pull you off, don't let them pull you off, because you got bigger plans. You got a plan going here, Taurus. All right, about building something. So that's perfect. That's your karma and your destiny, and it's beautiful. Card to the left, we have Venus and Virgo, Nine of Discs gang. This beautiful 9 card. I love this beautiful 9 card. This is good luck, good fortune. You have the wheel, and you have the Wheel of Fortune. This is good luck, money coming in. This is gain. The 3 discs multiplied to 6 coins multiplies to 9. The 369 magical number sequence. Okay, the lucky number sequence. And this is good fortune, a big win, triumph, money coming in, gain, disc energy. All right, Taurus. That with the Wheel of Fortune there, that's beautiful. Things are turning around, Taurus. And I think it's because you're doing the work. You're doing the work. You're focused. And you want to build something. And now the money's going to come in. Help you get that done, Taurus. All right, Taurus, the final card and the outcome of this reading. Sun in Scorpio. 6 of Cups. All right, the 6 of Cups in this deck is called Pleasure. All right, Taurus, this is a 6 card, living in the middle of the tree of life, completely balanced. And this is pleasure, right? All the best things life has to offer, all right? So you know, maybe you drew in a little love, right? This is perfect. And you're winding up with the Gain, the Prince of Discs, and this Pleasure card. So it all works out. So keep your nose to the grindstone there, Taurus, because you're doing good. And then you get the pleasure. This is the best conversation. This could be a new love. You know, good food, beautiful surroundings, you know, like the Queen of Discs place. Just gorgeous. With all your favorite people and your favorite pets. And everything absolutely beautiful. So this reading winds up with the Pleasure card and the 9. This is awesome. All right, Taurus, that's your karma and your destiny. You're building, you're getting the gain and the pleasure. All right, Taurus, this beautiful reading. You got some endings. You know, keep working, keep doing it. You're doing a great job. I like to conclude with one animal spirit card, please, for Taurus. What does Taurus need to hear? What does Taurus need to hear? What does Taurus need to hear? One card for Taurus, please. One card for Taurus. All right. Oh, yeah. Turtle spirit. Slow and steady wins the race. Well, that's this prince here. Slow and steady, but he gets it done. He builds something absolutely awesome. All right, Taurus, I'm going to read it. Everybody wants to stick around for it. Number 62. This is a good one. They're all good. They're all good. All right, here we go. All right. Pushing too hard or rushing to leave others in the dust is not the way of turtle spirit. Even if it seems at times it is the way of the world. Turtle spirit wants you to remember that you are a human being and not a human doing. All right, Taurus. In the protection position, turtle spirit is giving you the message that the best thing to do right now is let go of the drive to compete or control and do more. Instead, simply be. That's the Hangman. Just give it up and take a break. All right. As an old Norse saying goes, we do without doing and everything gets done. Spirit conspires on your behalf. So slow to a crawl or even stop, releasing any fear that life is a race that you might be losing. Trust the peace, prosperity, love, and purpose are all yours to enjoy right now. Do not do, simply be. All right, that's perfect. Where did that card go? Here it is. Just take a break. That 4 of Swords, Taurus. Time for you to take a break and do nothing. And you'll get everything done. All right, that's good news to hear. All right, Taurus, take a break. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I did, and I'll catch you next time.